Good morning students. Today's topic is solid state. In this topic you will discuss about solid state, general properties, classification of solids, crystal systems and crystal habit. Next one, solid state and their properties. Solid state are incompressible due to their constants present in a solid state arranged close to each other. There are no space in between constants of their particles. Due to lack of their space between particles, they are rigid in nature. Solids are having definite mass, volume and shape due to close arrangement of constants in a present particles. Intermolecular distance between solid particles are high. They are having stronger forces. The constants of particles can oscillate about their mean positions. They are formed by cooling of liquids. It consists of ions, atoms and molecules. Next one, types of solid states. Solid states are classified based upon their nature of bonds between constants based upon the structure of their crystals. First one, classification of solids. There are based upon the nature there are classified into two types: crystalline solids and amorphous solids. Crystalline solids are again classified into based upon their nature of bonds. There are classified into four types: ionic bonds, ionic crystals, covalent crystals, molecular crystals, metallic crystals and atomic crystals. On the basis of nature of intermolecular forces or chemical bonding between the crystalline compounds, there are again classified into four types: molecular, ionic, metallic and covalent. First one, molecular solids. In molecular solids, constant particles are molecules. These molecular solids are held together by weak van der Waals forces like London dispersion forces and hydrogen bonding. They are having low melting point, does not conduct electricity, so they are called as poor conductors. Example, sucrose and naphthalene. Next one, ionic solids. These solids are held together by electrostatic forces of different ions, both positive and negative ions. In ionic solid, constant particles are ions. These are formed by arrangement of cations and anions by strong Coulombic forces. They are brittle and hard. The ionic solids are act as insulator in solid state but also conductors in molten and aqueous state. They are having high melting point: sodium chloride, magnesium oxide, zinc sulfate and calcium fluoride. Next one, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is ionic solid formed by having two type of ion: positive ions like sodium plus and negative ions chloride. These two type of ions are held together by Coulombic forces. Next one, metallic solids. These metallic solids are held together by metallic bonds. These are conductors in both solid and molten state. The physical nature of these solids are hard. They are malleable and ductile. They are having high melting point than ionic solids: ferrous, copper, augmentin and magnesium. Another examples are copper, copper, ferric, zinc, augmentin, copper and zinc. Next one, valence solids. These are also called as covalent or network solids. In the wide range of crystalline solids of non-metal forms covalent bond between adjacent atoms throughout the crystals form a giant molecule or large molecules. Examples, diamond and graphite. Diamond is hard in nature, graphite is soft. These are isotopes of carbons. There are act as insulators in case of diamond. In case of graphite, due to free electrons, they conduct electricity and act as a conductor. Next one, based upon the structure, there are again classified into two types: crystalline state and amorphous state. By observing the crystals and amorphous state in following diagram, crystalline solids are having definite shape and geometric form, and amorphous solids are having no geometric shape. There are crystalline compounds are having definite melting point. Amorphous solids are having wide range of temperature meltings. Crystalline solids are having rigid and incompressible. There are two usually rigid, cannot be compressed to any appreciable extent. There are give cleavage, break into pieces with plane surfaces. They give irregular cleavage. Crystalline solids are having definite heat of fusion. Amorphous solids are having definite heat of does not having definite heat of fusion. Solid crystals and crystalline state is above classified in two types based upon the structure. Crystals having structure with order, polymorphism, pseudopolymorphism. Pseudopolymorphism again classified into two types, solvates and hydrates. Crystals which are having definite order, they are called as amorphous form. Most of the 80% solids are in. So crystalline solids are anisotropic in nature, amorphous solids are isotropic in nature. Anisotropic solids are called their mechanical properties, electrical properties depending on direction along with their measure. Isotropic solids are isotropic means they have similar physical properties in all directions because the constants are arranged in random manner. Next and third type is polycrystalline solids. Polycrystal is a material made up of aggregates of many small single crystals. There are called as crystallites or grains. Polycrystalline material having high degree of order over a many atomic or molecular dimensions. Next one, polycrystalline solids. They are aggregates of many small single crystals, high degree of order over many atomic and molecular dimensions. There are ground boundaries. These grains are usually 100 nanometers to 100 microns in diameter. Polycrystals with grains below 10 nm in diameter are nanocrystals. Examples inorganic solids, most of the metals and ceramics. Next one, pseudo-polymorphism. The term pseudo means false. This phenomenon in which solvent molecules are get incorporated in the crystal lattice of the solids are known as solvates. Some of the solids which are associated with solvent there are called as solvates. These solvates are exist in different crystalline forms are called as pseudopolymorphs. This phenomenon is called as pseudo-polymorphism. Some of the crystals which are associated with water there are called as solvates, hydrates. When potent synthetic estrogen, ethinyl estradiol, is crystallized from the solvents acetonitrile, methanol, chloroform and saturated with water, four different crystalline solvents are formed. When crystals are associated with solvents are called as solvates. If the solvent is water, they are called as hydrates. Next one, another state based upon their nature, amorphous. Amorphous solids. These are comprises of solids. They are having property of rigidity, incompressibility up to certain extent. They do not have definite geometric form or long range. Examples glass, rubber and plastic. They are characterized by gradually softened over a range of temperature. They can be molded into different shapes on heating. Amorphous solids are also called as pseudo-solids or supercooled liquids. There are tendency to flow very slowly. Amorphous solids are having irregular shape due to irregular arrangement of the particles. The amorphous solids are cut with sharp edge tool. They form pieces with irregular shapes. Amorphous solids do not have definite heat of fusion due to irregular arrangement of particles. Amorphous solids are isotropic in nature, which means the value of any physical property would be same along with their any direction because of the irregular arrangement of particles. Third classification of solids based upon their physical property, anisotropic solids and isotropic solids. Anisotropic versus isotropic. When the properties of material vary with different crystallographic orientations or directions, the material is said to be anisotropic. When the particles of material are same in all directions, the material is said to be isotropic. This is the basic difference in between anisotropic solids and isotropic solids. Next one, this is anisotropic crystals and isotropic crystals. Next one, differences. Isotropic solids have properties of material are identical with different directions. There are independent on directions. There are amorphous structure. This type of behavior is called as isotropy. The properties of material vary with different direction. There are dependent on direction. The structure of mineral is not uniform. This type of behavior is called as anisotropic. Isotropic minerals do not affect the polarization direction of the light. Anisotropic minerals affects the polarization direction of light. The velocity of light is same in all directions, do not double reflection. In anisotropic, with different velocity of light and double reflection. Isotropic minerals can appear dark and stay dark when light passes through it. The uniform structure of mineral blocks the light in all directions. Anisotropic minerals will allow some light pass to and thus will be generally light unless in specific orientation. Isotropic minerals have same and constant chemical bonding. Anisotropic minerals are having inconstant chemical bonding.